Yeah, hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. I did update my Elliott Wave count, and yeah, it points me to the view that we should really move up from here. I think I did explain it already in the last video. We can now see, I mean, there is a possibility that we drop a little bit lower in this wave 5 here or the larger wave 3. But what I think will happen then is a wave 4 retracement. That wave 4 retracement should land in the area between around $2,800 and $3,400. Now, I wouldn't necessarily bet on the scenario that we're going to get all the way up here, even though it's possible. It could also mean that we're only going to do the minimum here, which would be 2,800, which would not be a lot from where we already are now. That would be barely, you know, a 7 to 8%, and from there we could then move down in a wave 5. That could be again quite a long move. You know, even that wave 4 here took quite a bit. Bitcoin's previous wave 4 took also, I think, 3 to 4 weeks, so it can take quite a while until this is playing out. Ethereum obviously has come into the target area. The original one was a bit higher here. I did reduce it down because we've already entered it, and I still think we can go down a little bit lower. You know, I think we could even go down all the way to 1,700 or 1,713, so roughly 1,700. That would be from where we are now, roughly a 30% drop still. I think that would be in line what I personally expect for Bitcoin. That will certainly be a huge support level. Yeah, I currently expect that we're holding that, but again, everything can only be predicted with probabilities generally, because I always get the question, can Ethereum go up from here? Can it go down from here? You know, everything is possible, but everything can be predicted in only by taking, you know, the current constraints of the market into account and what the market did before, and current FIB levels and key support levels and what the wave count is doing. So my view currently is it should be the worst case here at 1,700, but of course it could drop lower. Maybe if I had to give it a probability, I would probably say around 30%, 25%, or maybe only 25% that it moves actually below $1,700. At the moment, we should see another move up. That is what we saw here, wave 1 to wave 2, wave 3 to wave 4, and this will be another higher degree, wave 3 to a wave 4, before we see a wave 5, and that should then be the last move down, hopefully, before we're gonna get out of here. But to get out of here, what we need to see is an impulse. So we will need to see basically a series of higher lows and higher highs, and that could then take us out from here. And yeah, it would be what we need. Until then, we haven't seen that yet. I'll keep you definitely updated. Here from that wave 3 to the wave 4, it was just looking like that it could be interpreted as some sort of an impulse, but yeah, it wasn't one. It was also not substantial enough to do to do an impulsive move up, really. So yeah, we're currently still in that downtrend. We also haven't seen a massive reaction to that Fibonacci level here, which is basically acting as support here at $2,400 roughly for that target area, which is basically typical for a wave 4. A wave 4 typically is not that strong. Yeah, it's rather weak oftentimes. It only retraces to one of the you know, the shorter FIB levels, then it doesn't retrace that much. So yeah, I think we can see here a little bit of a move up, maybe over the next week, but the next few days I think will determine where we're heading. Yes, there is also potential we might move down straight away a little bit more, not much more though. I think this could really become here the wave 4 that we are seeing here, and we see a little bit of a, I mean, currently it looks a bit like a bear flag, you could call it, you know. So just purely looking at the pattern, we could say it would probably more likely break down from here, and we're going to see what's going to win. You know, eventually my expectation is anyway that we're going to go lower still. Now, is that pattern going to play out in terms of a, you know, possible bear flag here, or is the Elliott wave going to play out? So it remains to be seen. Overall, I wouldn't sort of go long here to sell here anyway. That would not be worth it for me. The risk is too high and the potential you know, going from where we are now to potentially 2,800, for me, it wouldn't be worth it. I still dollar cost average in at these levels for Ethereum. I did mention that before, because eventually, you know, at any point, the price could just go up. The probability is low. That is why I primarily expect the price to move lower. But overall, yeah, we've come down that impulsively, and we can't see any reversal here at the moment. And even, you know, on the daily, we are still oversold, which would probably support the idea that we're going to move up a little bit. So at least that we can get out of the oversold area on the daily. But so far it's played out really well. You know, we've continuously moved down, pretty much all in line with expectations. And also on the weekly, we still see the MACD coming down hard. The RSI is still here in the bearish range on the weekly, and possibly even on the monthly, we are now seeing us getting close to the bearish range on the monthly. The monthly MACD has not crossed bearish yet, so let's see if Ethereum is going to remain bullish. Overall, after this correction, we could expect possibly price levels of around 10,000 US dollars. Now, I think if Ethereum really drops below 1,700, that correction could take quite a bit longer. We would then again have to go to the high level wave count. I would need to have a look at that scenario in detail, but then we have to go to yeah, new lows and really have to maybe expect a price around $650 for Ethereum in the worst case. But until then, I would stick with my view that the 1,700 should hold. That is more bearish than most other people have been anyway throughout this. So yeah, let's see. I'm going to keep you updated. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please smash the like button and subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.